just, to introduce, at past meetings, council has, approved the hiring of a design consultant to, design a boat ramp for the 72-221 property. Dave Ford has done that. When we were last before council, we told you we would come back with 3 conceptual designs. One design would be heavy on boat parking, maximize the amount of boat parking. The second design would be maximizing recreational activity along with boat parking for this property. And the third one would be a combination of those two. So Dave Floyd has done some high-level conceptuals. They've done some very high-level pricing on it. Again, very high-level pricing, and they're here to present those 3 concepts today.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate y'all having us this evening. Like Rob said, we're on contract with the county to look at and design a boating facility at 7221 between that highway and the break on the lake. And we're here tonight to present these 3 options. Our contract overall was to, the first step was doing some due diligence work, which includes the master plan studies, but also doing a topographic survey of the property and also doing a geotechnical exploration, which both of those tasks have been completed now. And so that kind of got us into a position that we could develop these 3 conceptual plans. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ryan Hertzfeld with me tonight. He's going to take you through the details on the 3 plans. And then once he does that, then there's some photos I want to show you that you can kind of get an idea of what kind of facilities we're talking about.
Good evening. As Brent and Rob mentioned, Davis and Floyd was tasked with coming up with 3 concepts that I'd like to go over with you. Up on the screen right now is concept 1. Well, before I get into concept 1, there's a few amenities that are consistent throughout all 3 concepts that I wanted to touch base with you first. The first amenity is the restroom facility. This restroom facility is a pre-constructed restroom facility. It's 4 stalls, which would connect directly into an existing sewer line on site and tap into existing water on site. Amenity 2 is the picnic areas. These are a 12 by 12 concrete pad with a picnic table, a grill, and a trash can. Another amenity would be the kiosk areas. This would be information posted about the lake. And then the last amenity is obviously the dock. There would be 2 boat launches with a courtesy dock in between. So those are all consistent throughout all 3 concepts. So as we get into concept 1, let me get you orientated with the layout here. Highway 221 is on the bottom portion of the page. The Lake Greenwood is off to the right portion of the drawing, and then the large parking area owned by the county is to the top of the drawing. So option 1 or layout 1 has a focus on boat parking and boat access to the lake. So this is maxed out potential boat parking for the site. Right now it's calling for 49 boat parking spaces with 2 additional 88 boat parking spaces. As you enter this site, the flow of traffic is one way counterclockwise. And as you make your way around to the boat launch, we try to provide ample space for novice and people who are maybe uncomfortable backing up boats. We try to provide ample opportunity for them, ample space. Once they back their boat up down the ramp and unload their boat, they would then proceed along the top portion or the top drive aisle, and all parking is set at a 45-degree angle. This is for ease to pull in and back your boat out. As we get into the amenities for this site, as stated before, the amenities or the recreational facility are minimal. The restroom on this option is on the right side of the drawing there, inside that parking island. This location was chosen for ease of access from any boater that might have docked. The courtesy dock would have easy access to get up to the restroom facility without having to walk across the site. The additional amenities on this would be 5 of those 12 by 12 picnic areas up there along the north or the top side of the parking lot. Each of those do have their own designated standard vehicular parking spaces, with 1 ADA space. The These are all connected with a concrete sidewalk, which follows the top of the parking area and actually leads, to the large parking lot at the top for overflow. So that's option one.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Could you use your pointer
I'm
when
sorry.
you have an opportunity to do it? I'm having a bit of trouble following.
There it is. Okay.
Thank you.
So here's the restroom facility. I kind of go over the amenities. Here's the restroom facility. The boat launch and boat dock are over here. Lake Greenwood's out here. They're kind of hard to see, but there's 5 12 by 12 picnic areas with standard parking. For those, there is a sidewalk that runs along the edge of the parking space. It actually comes up here and connects into the larger parking space up here. Is there anything specific that? So as we move into option 2, this option has a focus on recreation. As you notice, the big difference in this option is this center area right here. What's been done is there's been basically a small park area, inserted within the parking space and kind of divides the lot. Inside this area, there's a playground, with safety surface with a sidewalk around it. To its left is a pavilion, picnic shelter with picnic tables and grill, with an open lawn space for play. And then on the right side, we have shifted the restroom facility to be more central to the recreational space. We also provided here to kind of splits the difference for the recreational spaces without providing too far of a walk, for the boaters. Similar to the first option, this also has additional picnic spaces that run along the north side of the site. This has 10 picnic shelters, or picnic pads, 7 up top. There's 2 over here, and then 1 actually down by the water in case someone wanted to dock and then actually have lunch or something on land. And again, similar to option 1, again, this connects through and provides additional access to here. To the above parking lot. This one does actually have a lot of additional 90-degree parking for standard cars, to help accommodate, the recreational facility. And then moving on to option 2, this one is, or 3, this one is actually the hybrid of the 2. The big difference in option 2 and option 3 is really the placement for the park. Option 2 integrated the park in the parking lot, like inside the parking lot, kind of made it one item. This actually pulls it out and kind of isolates it to the rear of the property, and really separates the 2 uses. The other big difference on this one is that the restroom facility is again back down by the lake. There's the kiosks that have been moved from set by the docks. They're now kind of in a small concrete pad that has the kiosks in the restroom. This one, option 2 actually, if I can step back, we shot for a minimum boat parking of 20 spaces. We tried to hold that. We could increase that, but we were trying to focus on recreation. Option 3 has 33 spaces and 2 ADA spaces for boat parking. So we pushed the parking up, but we tried to keep a lot of the same amenities that were provided in option 2. And again, similar, we have the additional picnic spaces up here on the north side. There's one over here by the lake. And then, again, similar to option 2, we have the picnic pavilion here with a playground in the center with some picnic areas that kind of spoke off that circle.
Just for another minute here, we'll continue on. We talked about the picnic shelters and the restroom facilities. So I'm gonna show you some photos now of what we're talking about. This is a photo of some existing facilities that we've designed. This is actually on Lake Norman. This shows you the vast area of the turnaround area that Ryan was referring to earlier. You wanna make sure that we have plenty of room that a novice driver could, get his boat, try to get it turned around, get it backed up, and be able to get his boat into the water. This is the boat launch and courtesy dock that we would be proposing to construct here. If you look at the boat, the launch photo, that's the ramp. We shoot for about 12 to 15% slope to get into the water. We want about 4 or 5 foot of water depth at the end of this ramp in low water conditions. Based on our topographic survey, we can achieve that with about a 100-foot ramp. The width of that ramp is 16 feet. That's the outside of curve, outside of curve. You notice the curves are there for two purposes. One is almost as a guide so that people can see where to back their boat up, and it's also, and so they don't drop off the side of the ramp as they're backing up, which will cause a problem. But it's also there as a structural element in that if the area that's underneath the boat ramp, if there's some buoys underneath when we put the riprap in, that the ramp will sit on, this almost serves as a beam that will span across that, so it won't be impacted any kind of buoys that will come underneath the ramp. The loading dock is an aluminum dock. It's got piles on it, the steel piles that come out. That allows basically the dock's a floating dock, so as the lake waters rises and goes down, then the dock will basically rise on those piles and kind of holds it in place. It has ties on the dock. It also can come with some rails that people can help to load and unload their boats. This is and again, these are just samples. You don't have to go over these. There's a ton of options that you can go with, but the picnic pavilion that Ryan was referring to, that's just a picture of that. There's 4 picnic tables that could be underneath that pavilion. The restroom facility is a pre-manufactured building. Ryan mentioned it's got 4 stalls in it. It can come with 2. We're pricing one that has 4 stalls, and men and women is ADA accessible. Water and sewer on this side portion is available, so these can come with a tank underneath it, but that's not going to be the case. We don't need that for this. This will be a wet situation that will tie water and sewer directly in. I think it's really important here to consider 2 things. Number one is the aesthetics. This is a very visible location as you come into Greenwood County across the bridge, so we don't want to put out facilities that just don't look good. We want them to be aesthetically pleasing, and we think these type of facilities meet that. And also, unfortunately, when you have recreation areas, they tend to take a lot of the use from the public, and we want to make sure we're designing durable facilities to withstand that. The kiosk that it can come in different options. Again, this is just kind of an information, a place that you can put information on the lake. And those are just a couple different options: kiosk, grill, the trash receptacles. Trash is a big issue that we'll need to look at really hard. These places get trashed really bad on busy weekends. So these are kind of heavy duty trash receptacles that we can put up at the picnic sites. And of course the little grills that people can use. The playground area, kind of small little playground equipment that we recommend out here. Then the picnic area that Ryan's talking about, the 12 by 12, that's what that is. That's a heavy duty picnic table that's actually bolted down into the concrete itself. You'll be amazed what people can do with loose type of tables. A lot of times they end up in the water body itself. These have tamper resistant bolts so a person can't come in there and take that apart and take the seat away or take the tabletop away. These tables can come as a standard table or as an ADA table as well. So with that, that's our goal tonight is to present you these 3 options. We're ready to move on into the full design of this project, but we're going to need guidance on these 3 options on which one we want to proceed with. With that, I'll open up questions.
One thing I want to make before, as you guys look through these options, kind of think of it a la carte. If there's one item you like from one plan you don't like on another, you kind of mix and match them together. Just keep that in mind.
I only have one concern, and that is that seems like with all of the amenities that you have added to these plans, then all we're going to be doing is creating another boat launch like we have on the Lawrence County side, where people come in there and the boaters can't use it because people are swimming. And I never envisioned this as a park. I envisioned it absolutely as a boat launch. And until tonight, I never even thought about gazebos and picnic shelters and all of that. I thought of maximum number of boat slips that we could get there, and I wanted it to look nice. I'm not talking about something that looks unpleasing, but I think with everything that I've seen, and it's nice, there's nothing, I just think you're gonna have people coming in there picnicking or doing whatever. They're gonna take up parking spaces that's intended for the boats. Those probably gonna be the people that leave the trash. And before you know it, they're gonna be in the water swimming like they are over on Lawrence County side. And that bothers me. And maybe I'm the only one that it bothers, but I never thought that's what we were running in that boat launch. Now, that's mine, council, y'all tell me if I'm all wrong, that's the first thing, I mean, the design and everything is pretty, I like everything you got. I just don't want a swimming area there. I mean, you say, well, you can stop them from swimming, oh, no, come on. I mean, Toby's gonna have something like that on the weekend, I don't know, Toby, how you feel about the recreation part around there, but I feel like it's gonna turn into the same thing on the Lawrence side.
That, Mr. Chairman, that was one of the questions I've asked Rob, is how we're gonna maintain this. That's my biggest concern. I've got some serious concerns about how we're gonna maintain this many amenities in one site.
And you can get more boat boat places. That's what the people have been telling me they want, is places they're not looking for places to recreate, they're looking for places to park their boat and get in the lake. So,
Mr. Chairman, I have a question. Some months ago, we passed, I guess, approval for the Palmetto Crossing people to put, pavilions or something for their golf carts, the people that were gonna buy those expensive condos up there on top of the hill. Where are they going on this plot?
Go to one of those pictures that shows.
They're already in on the other parcel.
they're on the other parcel.
Go back to one that's a map. Doesn't matter.
But if we put this in there, they can drive their golf carts down there because it's public property.
Yeah. Don Most, I believe they're somewhere
Right in there.
right in this area, if I'm right. Somebody else knows better, tell me.
And they're having pavilions and picnic areas and things like that as well, and a place to park their boat if they have one, right?
Right, for their residents, not for the general public.
No, I know, but there's another issue about keeping them separated.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Brown, can I address your comment?
Yes.
Yeah, if you go back, Toby, if you go back to concept one, go back 2 more slides. Concept one, you know, our instruction was to look at different options. You know, we're not recommending 1, 2, or 3. But go to your comment about maximizing boat parking. That's what this plan does. If you look at this, the only thing you're looking at here is you're looking at 50, I think it's 51 total, boat parking places, 2 of those being ADA accessible. The only amenities that you see on this plan is the restroom facility, which I understand is a high demand, a high need on the lake, the CXD, what we call CXD facility, which is the restroom facility. And there's only 5 picnic tables on this site, which you can or cannot do. So this does maximize, this is the maximum number of boat parking that you can get on this site.
And that would be what I think needs to be there.
Yes, sir. And that's what we're presenting tonight, is to get direction on which of these options do we want to proceed with.
Mr. Allison?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I agree that option 1 is probably, and I totally agree with what you're saying, we're spending a lot of money in other areas on parks, and, I think we need to maximize the boat parking. I do think, I like the picture of the shelter, I like the shelter, so if our high school groups have a fishing tournament, they've got somewhere to go under to weigh in, and then if you're caught out on your boat in bad weather, you could go under it and get some shelter. So I think there's some needs for the shelter and all, the playground and all, I agree, I don't think that's really, so basically 1 is what, your first is basically what we were asking for, because we wanted the maximum, and I think that's about the maximum parking you can get for a boat there.
Then you look at a shelter on number 1.
Yes, sir. In fact, if you look at the kind of on the plan north of that sheet where you see the 2 little parking bump outs, see what I'm talking about, Toby? Yeah, right there. Right now we're showing a couple of picnic shelter or picnic table spots in there. There's enough room there that the picnic shelter that I showed you, the building, that structure would fit in that area.
That's real close to the concept I thought.
Yeah, I think of that shelter there, that if they did need to weigh in or bad weather or whatever, but all of the, other stuff, it seems like we're just encouraging people to use it for the purpose it's not intended.
I agree, and I think all the other amenities that we showed, I mean, this is a highly visible, a very busy area, and those types of facilities are better suited, I think, in a more remote, kind of off the beaten path location than this part right here.
And I think the restroom being closer to the actual boat launch is better too than being
And the way these facilities lay out is just, you always have a dead area, where you have a turnaround area, but we get your boat parking is always a dead area, it just makes logical sense that you've got room at that location to put your restroom facility.
Any other questions by council? Do you wanna give them some direction? Mr. Templeton, do you have anything to add?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman.
You looking for direction from us? Can somebody give me a motion as to which plan you would like for them to, use to move forward?
I make a motion that we go with the first one, concept layout number one, with the maximum amount of parking with the restrooms down there, then just a shelter area, as you noted, would be my recommendation, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second to that motion? I have a second to that motion. Any further discussions or questions? Is everybody happy? Ready to vote? All in favor? It's unanimous, and, I would hope that you would reach out, Mr. Manager, to some of the select groups and let them have an opportunity to look at this and give some input also, all right? Thank you, guys.